everybody, I'm Melody and welcome to my channel Sew and Sew with Mel. It's been a hot minute since I've had a video. I've had some health issues lately and I'm finally feel recuperated enough to get back into sewing. And I'm happy to be here today, and I'm happy that you're joining me. Today might be a slightly long video, but it's all about my fall sewing plans. Where I live, it does not get super cold in the winter. Most of my plans are in this kind of fall sort of season just because they're not super heavy type clothes. And I do have a few winter things that I want to make, but I thought that I would break it up and do the bulk of it for this video, and then in a couple of weeks, once I've made a good dent in progress on these things, I'll come back to you with another one with a few winter things. But the bulk of what I'm going to be making is for milder, cool weather, just because that's the climate that I live in. The first thing, I'm just going to dive right into it. So, and excuse me, I know you're going to probably have some glare from my glasses, but I do need them to kind of read because I have several things kind of laid out in front of me here, my iPad and various patterns and things so that I can kind of give you all the details. So let's get started. The first thing is I am in desperate need of a vest, and I found this fabric. Let me pull it out right here. That kind of inspired me to do a vest from Stylemaker Fabrics here in the US. And it is called a lightweight lustrous chevron quilted puff coating. So you'll see it's kind of got these sort of triangular shapes on it. It's already quilted. So you see it has this. It's not super thick, so it's kind of like the perfect layer for where I am. It's the same on both sides. One side isn't, less shiny than the other or anything. And the pattern that I chose for this was the Helen's Closet Wildwood. It's a jacket and vest pattern. I'll be using the jacket. For each, the jacket and the vest, there are 3 different lengths. There is a high hip, a low hip, and gosh, I can't remember the third one. I think it may be more like a tunic type length. And their pattern says it's made for someone 5'6". I'm 5'2", but I have a long torso, so I think I'm gonna go with the low hip, and I'll put some pictures up here. You should be seeing them by now. Now, the thing about the Wildwood is it is meant to do the sandwiching and the quilting and everything in the pattern together and do the binding. Since I bought this fabric that is already basically quilted, I will just be kind of cutting out the pattern and then doing the bias binding on all the seams. To do that, I bought, and it needs a lot of bias binding, let me just say that. I think if I remember correctly, it was something like 9 yards of bias binding. So I bought this. It's a Lawn from Liberty. And I bought it off of a company here in the US called, I think it's Vandermeer and Jones, or Jones and Vandermeer. I'll put a link to everything that I can. I will put a link in the description. But you can kind of see these colors. I think it's gonna look really great. I don't know if this is gonna show up well on camera. I'll try to. This is kind of a denim blue, and this kind of has several different shades of blue in it, so I think this will complement it very well. You do see the bias binding on the outside where the pockets and placket. I'm excited about it. I've never sewn with any material like this before, but I'm looking forward to the challenge. So that's kind of the first project, is lightweight vest. I'm gonna put this, kind of just stack it up behind me in the piles. There's quite a few projects in here, like I said though, but the bulk of what I will wear for most of the season will be in these projects. And I'm working on also to say basics. I have a lot of, I kind of took inventory and have a lot of printed things, print fabrics. I tried to make sure that just for this season that I'm really working on some solid to kind of give my wardrobe some more versatility instead of having just lots of prints. The second thing is going to be a coord set, but also because they're solids, I can use them interchangeably, the top and the pants, with other things. And the first thing is a Seamwork pattern called the Callen. And I'm gonna read to you a description. It says, the Callen looks like a sweater, but feels like a sweatshirt. This pattern was designed with elevated style in mind. The faux button closure at the neckline is the focal point, but you can also find other high-end details like a faced boat neckline, dramatic wide cut 3/4 length sleeves, and faced notched hem. The fabric that I chose to do this with, and with the pants that you'll see right after this that I discuss, is this Midweight Ponte knit from Stylemaker. It's a navy. You can see it's quite heavy, but I have quite a bit of yardage here because I was doing a shirt and pants. But it feels good. Recovery is good. I plan to, in my stash I should have gotten them out, but I didn't think to do it ahead of time. I have these beautiful antique silver buttons that I picked up a year or so ago. And the buttons you'll have seen in the picture up there. There are two kind of here on the shoulder. And like it said, they're faux, but I have 4 of these antique buttons, and I think it's gonna be really gorgeous and really pop off this navy Ponte. The other part of the coord set is the Dexter pants. For the Dexter pants, a little description about that pattern is, the Dexter pants might look like a sleek pair of fitted trousers at first glance, but don't be fooled by their tailor appearance. These pants are actually knit. They have a fitted cut with darts, pin tucks, a side zipper, and a waist facing that give these pants an elevated edge. What really drew me to this pattern was the pin tuck down the front. I really like that feature. I do think it kind of elevates the pants a little bit, but they will be so comfortable in this Ponte. Also, I have been a member of Seamwork, but really felt like I have not utilized the membership like I should have. So I was trying to make a concerted effort to pick 1 or 2 things in this kind of coming season to get some use out of the pattern catalog that they have, which is really great. So I'll have to report on how that goes. But yeah, super excited. Like I said, it's a solid, it's a basic. Navy's kind of my staple neutral color because I had my colors done and I'm a summer, and so navy is a really good kind of neutral color for me instead of black. So trying to incorporate that a little bit more and get some more versatility out of my closet. And that's kind of how I did my fall sewing plans, is I tried to make outfits with things that I could also break apart to work with others in my closet. So the next one I'm very excited about because it's kind of been a buzz pattern, I would say, lately. The Ann Tilly Magic Pants. Have not made them yet, but I was very intrigued. Watched several videos, and I had in my stash Now, this was not anything that can get online. This fabric is probably old, I would say. I got it from this really great fabric store in New Orleans, and I don't know that they actually have an online presence, but it's a wool. It's kind of a lightweight wool, like a wool suiting, I would say. Let's see if I can kind of get it to you to show you. I don't know if you can see it, if it's coming across good on the camera, but it's kind of a rosy brown. It's got a little bit of almost a burgundy stripe in there, if you can see it. It is a little bit directional, so I'll have to kind of really take that into account when I'm cutting the pattern out. I looked through the pattern for the magic pants, and you know, it calls for some D-rings and some snaps. So I purchased those like they recommended in this kind of dark brass color. I figured that would be the thing that would kind of maybe go the best. And also for the panel, you know, the whole part of the magic that happens, I am going to try, they do recommend some like ribbed fabric, but in some video, and I'm not sure, I really tried looking back so that I could kind of credit whoever this was, and I cannot find it. So it was not an original thought to me, but someone mentioned possibly using power mesh for that panel. I also have this kind of nude, if you can see it, power mesh. So I think I'm gonna try that because I didn't really want anything bulky under that wool. And I felt like this should really fill the bill. I'll have to maybe cut it slightly smaller. I'm gonna have to play with it, but I have quite a bit of it here. So if my first attempt doesn't work, I have, as you can see, plenty of this to work with. These have been in my stash for a while, and I'm super excited about that. Okay, so to go along with that, like I said, I'm doing everything kind of in terms of being outfits. I have gotten this, it's a lyocell twill in a brick color from Stylemaker. And the drape on it is so amazing. It feels so good. And I think it's going to pair so well with this wool for the pants. So what I'm planning to make with this is a Vogue pattern, Vogue V1899. It's a Marcy Tilton pattern, and I will put the link up here and pictures, line drawings. I've had this pattern for a little while and just couldn't quite figure out what I thought might work with this, but I think this lyocell twill will be perfect for it. I'm very excited, and I think it's going to make a fabulous outfit, but also a fabulous shirt on its own right, you know, to wear with jeans or whatever, other pants. I just think it's going to be a good addition to my wardrobe. So also one of my colors. Okay, so the next thing, my next outfit that I had planned was, I have this raspberry colored knit. It's a diamond knit. You can kind of see that. I'll hold that up. And also that same twill that I had in that brick color, This is also that same twill, but in a raspberry color. So it's like I said, it's a lyocell, so it has some good drape to it. And so my thought was, for the diamond knit, is to use that same Callen pattern from Seamwork that I had showed earlier. I'll put it back up here again real quick. I kind of like the versatility that it feels like a sweatshirt, but is a little bit more elevated. So I think I'm going to use that same pattern for this, but for the twill, which is what I was going to use for the pants, I think I'm going to go back to my tried and true saguaro pants from the Friday Pattern Company. This fabric should work really well with that. It has great drape to it. It should be kind of swishy, and I am liking the way I think that combination of that diamond knit within the sweater with the swishiness of these pants is gonna look. I think it'll be a super comfortable outfit. With this, that's another outfit. Also, things that I can mix and match with other prints that I already have in my closet. So the next thing is gonna be just like a real casual stay-at-home type outfit. And for that, I have this fabric that has been in my stash for a while, and it is just a French terry, this kind of pink, I don't know what you would call it. It's like a bubblegum kind of color. And what I plan to do with that is the Sew House 7 toaster sweater. They have two different versions. There's a version 1 that has a high neck to it. And then there's a version 2 that's kind of a semi-net high neck that's got more of an open body, a little fuller through the body. And it's got a high-low hem with vents on the side. And I'll have some line drawings up there. So I'm thinking with this French terry, and I wish I could pull it up a little bit higher to show you guys. It's a lot of French terry. So it's kind of heavy, but if you can see here. So the toaster sweater for the top. And then for the bottoms, I was thinking the Closet Core plateau joggers. And you'll see that up there. Both of these should work really good. I can just see this as a real great hang around the house type outfit, but like if I need to go outside and walk the dog or something like that, it still looks pretty put together and planned, or an intentional outfit, let's just say that. So that's another outfit, and a super comfy one too, I think, at that. Oh, and I also had some pink ribbing that should work great with that. And I believe that French terry might have come from Moob Fabrics. Like I said previously, if whatever I'm mentioning is still available, I'll also put links in the description box that you can check them out. One of the last outfits, I'm actually gonna need your help because I could not make a decision. I have this gorgeous teal linen that I am either going to make, I don't know if you can see this, the magic pants with, the Antilles magic pants, or a pair of Pietra pants, or the Friday Pattern Company Saguaro pants. I cannot make up my mind because I cannot decide which blouse to make to go with them. So let me get into that. So that's what I really need help with, and that's gonna kind of inform what type of pants I make. I have these two fabrics. One is a viscose. You can see. It's a gorgeous viscose. Looks great with that teal linen. And for this, I was thinking of the Maison Phobe Lauren. Or I have this, and I think this is a cotton poplin, I'm not sure. Also has a gorgeous teal color in it that looks great with that teal linen. And for this one, I'm thinking the Maison Phobe Nikki blouse. The Nikki blouse needs, the one that I'm thinking of, it has this beautiful sleeve that kind of has these pleats in it here on the side. So it needs something like this poplin, so that those pleats kind of stand out and don't just kind of fall in on themselves like they would with the viscose. Anyway, what do y'all think? Which one of these should I make? The Lauren blouse or the Nikki blouse? They both look great. Let me see if I can grab the teal. If I can kind of put them all together. They both, oops, I can get this, maybe I can put they both look great with this teal linen. And I just cannot decide which one to make. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Are you Team Nikki? Team Lauren? And once I kind of figured that out, then I think I know which silhouette of pants would look better with which. But yeah, that is going to be the second to last outfit that I'm gonna make for fall. And then the last one I'm actually just about finished making. I just haven't done a video on it yet, but that will be coming up. And it was, I like to do at least one dress, you know, every season. I had done the Atelier Jupe Alana dress and some fabric that I had gotten in one of my Beyond the Paint door boxes. I think it came out great. I did the sleeves long and the dress a little bit longer than what the pattern calls for, but that's because it was intentional since it was going to be for a cooler weather. So anyway, that's my fall sewing plans. It may seem a little ambitious, but I am excited and ready to get to work. And like I said, one of them is already almost just about done. I really just need to do the hem on it. Any comments, put them down below. I will have everything linked that I possibly can. If you like this content, please give me a like. It helps other people find my channel. And also subscribe and you'll get notified of any new videos that I put out. I hope you have a great week. I hope you're experiencing some great fall weather wherever you are. Unfortunately, we're still pretty much in summer here, but I'm gearing up. I will be ready for fall weather with these clothes. So what about you? Have a great week and happy sewing. Bye.